Strong Coffee, May 27th, 2020 edition. Welcome, men. The discipline of mentoring. What's the difference between mentoring and discipleship? Discipleship is focused on faith foundations and life experience for a season. Mentorship is focused on forming your life with another man and holding up the mirror in all aspects of life, not just faith foundations. You know, as Christian men, our goal is to both mentor another and to be mentored our entire spiritual lives. Proverbs 27:17 says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another." It's the pattern set by both Jesus and the disciples. Did you know the Apostle Paul trained and mentored Timothy for the pastorate? He has Timothy stay and work out some of the problems with the church at Ephesus, just as he had Titus work with the church on the island of Crete. These two men, in particular, were directly mentored by Paul in the faith. Obviously, Paul had an instructing influence on many others. We know of John Mark, Luke, Barnabas, Philemon, and other men as well. But these two were identified as his dear sons in the faith. Even after they're established in their own ministry, Paul writes letters of further instruction and encouragement. He tells both men that they in turn should instruct other men. It's a fair assumption that some of these other men developed a close bond of brotherhood and friendship with Timothy and Titus, thus repeating this cycle of mentorship. Paul himself was mentored by one of Israel's greatest rabbis, Gamaliel. While we don't know if Gamaliel became a follower of Christ, nonetheless, Paul's training under him was critical, not only in presenting his defense to Jews of the new covenant superiority over the old covenant, but his training taught Paul critical debate on all spiritual matters. After salvation, Paul went to Arabia for 3 years to be instructed by the Lord or the Holy Spirit directly. So mentoring involves a relationship. As one piece of iron needs another piece, a second piece, to be sharpened as the two rub against each other, so two men must be in personal relationship to sharpen each other. And what is sharpening? Sharpening is improving your service and usefulness. Just like a dull tool might quickly fall out of use, you want it to be ready. You know, Abraham Lincoln once said, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe." No one simply jumps into a professional work or ministry. They need to be trained to be effective. Similarly, even seasoned pros, they need a refresher and new method training now and then to remain effective. The mentoring relationship involves trust. There has to be a genuine openness for real mentoring to occur. Simply asking if someone's completed some tasks of prayer or study or Bible reading, this can be done by a software program. Only when we have a relationship can we explore accountability and personal holiness such that it can be beneficial to the process. The mentor is one with a sincere interest in the best for the person that they're mentoring. The mentor seeks to motivate noble character in this other person. So find your mentor. Your mentor may not be someone older than you, although that's usually common. As men age, it may be their mentor is someone of equal age or even a bit younger. Your mentor should be someone who is spiritually mature and a man who you can have an ongoing personal relationship with. Mentorship, again, is based in relationship. Men's ministry can help you build those relationships and find someone to mentor. So be a mentor. Pray for someone to be connected to. The Lord will bring someone to mind or Bring someone into your life. Again, we have great resources with a men's ministry at church. Keep in mind, this is not a buddy relationship. Keeping a decorum of formality will prevent the tendency to overlook minor issues which might lead to major issues. Your primary role as a mentor are to give good instruction, teaching, encouragement, and accountability in following the example of Christ. The relationship is two-way, but the mentoring part is one way. As a mentor, you answer to someone who is mentoring you, not the person you are mentoring to. Now you might be thinking, gosh, Don, I really don't have time for mentoring. Well, there's no hard and fast rules, but the consistency of the relationship is what's important. You may want to meet with another man once a week, once every 2 weeks, or in some cases even once a month. It's not hard to find a good rhythm. It's up to you, but it's about a consistent relationship. Using these relationships for a lifetime will build a strong web of godly men, always prepared for service and ministry. So get involved and get mentoring.